Hey, seventh graders, it's me, Mr. Stark. Today is Thursday. We're in my room at school, and like always, we got to have something a little bit Packers. Go Pack Go. They're doing well this year, so we like that. Today I'm going to model how you can use some things from the Google Classroom. There was cards I pointed out on the end of the last video that you can print out, and I've got those right here, kind of already pre-made them. And I'm going to walk you through how that would work. Okay, I made a board on that I put on the board that's exactly like what you have in your, well, it's very similar to what you have on your homework assignment. We have bony fish up here, we have jawless fish up here, we have cartilaginous fish here. Down here we have birds, amphibia, reptiles, and then the mammals over here, the monotremes, those are the ones that lay eggs and feed milk. The marsupials that feed milk and their young are born in a pouch, and the placental mammals that raise their young inside of them until they're very late in the stages of development and give live birth. So I've got a whole bunch of these cards. I'm just going to randomly pick one, and I'll show you kind of what you would do with it. So here is this is a cardinal, so that would go with the birds. And I have a Komodo dragon. That is going to be a reptile. Okay, they have that dry skin. They lay eggs, and they are cold-blooded. We have an American toad. The American toad is going to be an amphibian. It's like a frog. It has to lay its eggs in the water. Very dependent on water. If things get too dry, they don't do very well. So that's the American toad. A bald eagle, again, another bird. Okay, birds, they lay eggs. They have amniote eggs. We have a reptile. That's gonna a rattlesnake. That's going to be a reptile. It's going to fall into that category. They lay eggs in the ground with a hard shell on them. A sea turtle. Turtles lay eggs. Again, they go up on the beach. Sea turtles run up on the beach and make a little hole, and those would go in the reptiles. Sea turtles. Okay, and opossum. Okay, these guys they're born very immature. They're going to be a marsupial. Their mother will give birth to them when they're very, very young. They carry them around in the pouch, and inside the pouch they have the little teats or areolas or nipples that the young immature opossum will nurse on. Okay, and then we have a tiger salamander. Again, salamander is going to be an amphibian. They have to be kept very moist. A lot of times you find them under logs and things like that, and they just, whatever they can do to conserve water. Their eggs are always laid in water. Okay, we have a chimpanzee. They give live birth. They carry their young inside of them until a late stage, late development. That's going to be a placental mammal. A blue whale. They feed their young milk. They're born very well developed. That's going to be another placental mammal. A spiny anteater. Okay, they're going to lay eggs, but they feed their young. So that's going to be one of these monotremes. Hippopotamus, that's going to be a placental mammal. The young are born very well developed, and the mother feeds them milk. Live birth. A chipmunk, another placental mammal. A lamprey, okay? These guys, they're little, you can kind of, hopefully, whoops, excuse me. You can kind of see the, if I hold it up to the screen, they have a little mouth, circular mouth that is designed to clamp on to something and suck the nutrients out of other fish. This is a jawless fish. Okay, It's a jawless fish. A perch, okay, yellow perch, is a member of the bony family. It's a fish, but it's a bony fish. It has lots of ribs and things in it to protect it, and that the muscles attached to, so that it can move. A duck-billed platypus is going to be a monotreme. They're going to lay eggs, but they're going to feed their young milk. A kangaroo, there's another one that carries its little joey around in a pouch. It's a marsupial. You can see the little joey there in Mama's pouch. Got a few more. A polar bear is a placental mammal. A koala, they are going to carry their young around in a pouch, okay, and feed that immature young in its pouch until it gets big enough to go around. That's another marsupial. Okay, a rainbow trout is a bony fish. A Indiana bat is a placental mammal. Okay, those young bats are stay inside the mother for until they're way late developed. A red fox, placental mammal. A green tree frog, that's going to be a amphibian. Okay, need to stay moist. The eggs have to be laid in water. A hagfish, it's kind of similar to the lamprey. It's got that little raspy mouth, and they are a jawless fish as well. A stingray. Okay, stingrays are, they don't have any bones in them. They're a member of the cartilaginous fish. Okay, a few more. Puffin is a bird. Okay, it's kind of like a penguin, but it's a little bit different. A great white shark. It is a fish, but it doesn't have any bones. They have all cartilage. Okay, and then finally we have an armadillo. And an armadillo is a placental mammal. Okay, so if you want to practice and do a little bit more with those, we used to do a game with this and where we would see how fast the kids could throw the cards down on the board. But you being at home might have to modify that a little bit. So that's why I gave you the cards that you can print out and cut out and make your own little board like this to model what you have, or even just use your paper that you wrote your answers on and model it that way, and then go from there and practice what kind of vertebrates you have, what classification of vertebrates you have. So have fun, have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.